Afternoon, guys. I hope you all are enjoying your day. I hope that you can like, subscribe, and comment. This is my website here for my stock market strategies. Um, Today I'm going to be choosing my stock choices for this for tomorrow. So I believe this my strategies are very beneficial for a lot of identifying the financials of a business. Maybe if you want to create your own business, the financials of a business, how to have the idea of what to create your own business, um, stuff like that. It's very cheap. It's basically free. It's $100. You get every single aspect of the stock market right here. This is every single aspect, and it's explained. Five explained fundamental strategies. And the day trading, funny thing is the day trading and the swing trading are basically the same in a way. So with day trading, day trading, you look at macroeconomics, and with swing trading, you look at financial statements and macroeconomics. And with the long-term investing, you look at financial statements and macroeconomics. Also, with the swing trading, it's basically the way I enter on day trading is the same way I enter on swing trading, except the time frames are different on the swing trading. So it's very simple. With the long term though, um, the entries would not really be the same. It'd be long term's more about getting a good price. Because the long term, you're just holding shares, so that one's more about getting a really good price at a good time. Oh. I don't really want to look at the YouTube. I don't really want to look at Yahoo Finance. I want to see, I want to, try and just choose a stock based on, because, recently there's people who are trading and they just don't know what they're doing. So I'm gonna, tomorrow I'm gonna go off the current economics because the only, uh, the only data, right, is that is like somewhat of what I could choose is the consumer sentiment. So I don't really want to trade on that. So what I'm going to trade based off of is I'm going to go with Amazon because with the current economics, there's um there's the GDP is expansionary. So there's a lot of consumption. There's a lot of spending on goods and services from consumers, businesses, and government. So the GDP is made up of those three things: consumers, businesses, and government. So, we can expect more consumption from consumers, and maybe businesses buy from Amazon for their own business. And then maybe maybe governments buy certain software from Amazon. And then so there was a rate cut, right? So let's take care of a rate cut, right? So we could think about loans, right? So maybe more people want to do loans on cars, right? Because we're getting a lower interest rate, and that usually will equate to a lower bank loan rate because then the bank can refinance. They could refinance their own loans for a cheaper price and get a cheaper debt, which will result in cheaper, which means they don't need as much. They don't they don't put as much cost on a consumer because the reason they're putting the cost on the consumer is to compensate for their own business profits. So Amazon, Tesla, and we could do like could do Oracle or Palantir. I think we could do Oracle or Palantir. I think it's either going to be one of those two, just because it's software. So it could be the software, like for the business, so that the business can operate. Check that Oracle, and then Oracle because we could just search it up right here, Oracle. You can see right here I've written the the current economics. The CPI also did come out recently, so that's very true. I could also go off that, the CPI. So I think I'm gonna actually include because I tried to trade QQQ, so I think I'm gonna exchange Oracle for QQQ because the CPI has to do with the price of all goods and services, right? It's just a gauge. 'Cause it's really just like an overall gauge of uh prices on goods and services. That's what it really is. An overall gauge of inflation on goods and services. And the PPI is an overall gauge of the inflation of the costs for businesses creating a product. Research up here, what sectors, just to confirm it with you, what sectors does the PPI, what sectors does the PPI include? PPIs are available for the output of nearly, so not all industries, nearly all industries, right? Like service based. It shows right here. Mining, manufacturing, agriculture, natural gas, electricity, construction. So that's cool. Manufacturing, agriculture, natural gas, electricity. I want to mark some levels. I want to mark some levels right here. All right, so Amazon, Tesla, and QQQ. We have a close here at 56 and open at 56. We have not been able to get a swing high lately. Close at 11, open at 11. No swing high, close at 56, and then open at 56. Close at 11 cents, open at 11 cents. So no swing high. Then close at 56 and open at 56. So no swing high. So we just have a lower low. We just have a lower low, so we have a downtrend still. Oh, we had a great bounce on Tesla today. Wow. Yeah. I'm not sure what just happened here. Right, there we go. See, look at that right there. 479. I don't think I would have got an entry though, to be honest. Oh, maybe. Hold up. What's that volume? What's that volume? Uh, there was not more volume. There was not more volume there. See, this had more volume. But the thing is 479.15, 478.14. See, it's just too far. Right, so the QQQ has 100 companies in it. QQ. Let's look. So look right here. So see, it's diversified, but I know it has only 100 stocks. See, Nasdaq 100, just like the S&P 500. So I believe it's the 100 best US companies. See, we place funds in a given category based on their portfolio statistics. So it says large growth net assets. Can look at the summary, and I'm sure it has a bunch of mega cap, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, mega cap. Well, that's 10 of them. Thing I would search up is the QQQ, the top 100 USA companies. It says performance of the 100 largest companies. QQQ represents the top 100 stocks. All right. So QQQ, um, we're below medium and long MA, while in a downtrend. And so it may continue in its downtrend like it's been doing. We have not formed a swing high yet, but the price action always determines the trend. So our trend is a downtrend, which equals puts. Let's see, we got close at 5 cents and open at 2 cents. Open at 2 cents, 2 cents on that level. So that's our swing low. And like I was doing before, a close at 56, and then open at 56, a close at 56, 56, and an open at 56, so no swing high. Right here we got to close. We got to close at 11 cents, and then right here we got to close at 11 cents, close at 11 cents, and then open at 11 cents, so no swing high. So we'll see how that goes. Tesla, Tesla looks like it might be forming a lower high here. Let's see. I close at 61 and then I open at 52. So 492.61. So 49261. A close at 49261. 61 cents. Close at 61 cents. Then I'll open at 52. Close, close at 61. Close at 61 cents. We're gonna close at 61 cents. Close at 61. 61 cents on the level. And then I'll open at 52. So it's 61 cents at our swing high. All right, let's just go right here. All right, let's see it close at 23, then open at 30. So close at 466.23. So close at 23 cents. 23 cents on the level, and then open at 30. So that 23 cents is our swing low. And let's see it close at 38. open at 39, close 38, 489, 489, 39. Close at 38, and then open at 39. Close at 38. Close at 38 cents. Close at 38 cents. And then open at 39 cents. So I think that I think these next two candles can form a swing high, and that would be a lower high. If, if, listen, when you purchase, if you'd like to purchase my strategies in this specific page here, it says on the technical analysis framework part, it says that swing highs and lows have to form in order to identify market trend structure. So the swing high has not formed yet. So we cannot identify that as a swing high, but we are preemptively identifying it. So at the moment we would do calls, but if tomorrow it forms this lower high, we do puts. So let's just make sure I close at 23 cents at that level. Close at 23 cents at the level. Open at 30 cents. Close at 23. Close at 23 cents. 23 cents on the level. Then I open at 30 cents. So that's our swing low. All right. So on Tesla above medium and long MA while in a uptrend, possible downtrend. Trend equals uptrend, which equals calls. Let's see, we got close at 20, close at 10, 226.10, open at 19, close at 226, 226.10, 2261, close at 2261, close at 10 cents, open at 19 cents, close at 20. So close at 10 cents, 10 cents at the level, close at 10 cents, and 10 cents at the level. All right, let's see here. We got to close at 57, open at 59. So 227.59. So close at 57, close at 57, then open at 59. So open at 59 cents, 59 cents on the level, and close at 57. So it's our swing high. All right.
Right, nigga. West side, nigga. That's all you gonna get is that little shit, nigga. I'm in this bitch, nigga. Give a fuck, nigga. This west side shit. Nigga, you gonna get your ass popped, nigga. I'm gonna show you what it is, nigga. This nigga just trying to press a rap on me. What the fuck, nigga? We fighting, nigga. We ain't rapping, nigga. This ain't no rap battle, nigga. So get your ass mocked, nigga. Yeah, alright. We gonna see tomorrow. We gonna see tomorrow. That little ass fucking man, nigga, ain't gonna do shit, nigga. This is right. This nigga's right. Wow, this nigga that good, nigga. Wow, nigga's going down.
Close at 63, open at 65. So 226, 63. Close at 63 cents. 63 cents at the level. I'm gonna open at 65. So it closed at 63, 63 cents on the level, and then open at 65. Open at 65 cents. So that's our swing low. All right. So let's see, we're gonna close at 88. Close at 88. Oh, close at 88. Open at 89. Close at 88. Open at 89 cents. So close at 88 cents. And I'll open at 89. So 89 cents would be a swing high on this next two candles. Right here we have a close at 60. We have a close at 60. And open at 70. Close at 60 cents. Open at 70 cents. So it's a swing low. We have a close at 35 and open at 25. All right, so that's a swing high. All right. Um,
Let me remind y'all, right after this wedding, you can go on 18 to 40.
it's right here.
Now look, we'll be blinded to it at 8:23. If you do that,
You can see right here that's see right here these two candles on the right, these two candles on the left. That makes that swing high. And then right here we have a close at 67 and open at 65. A close at 67 and then an open at 65. Close at 67, open at 65. So that 65 cent open would be our swing low. All right, this looks really good. We have higher low, higher high, and another higher high potentially. Looks really good because we're above the 1 day MA. So maybe in the next 1 day we get some buying potentially. Just like this one, how we're above the 1 day MA. So Amazon below medium and above long MA while in a uptrend. So it may continue in its uptrend. So trend equals uptrend, which equals cause.
Okay. So that's all.
So this is three cyclical stocks. So let's remember here that cyclical means risk on consumption, output, and capital investment. So that usually occurs during specific business cycles. It says here high demand output and more capital investment for revenue. And I have written here, think of CPI and the consumer price index and the producer price index. And the consumer price index and the producer price index goes up and down during specific business cycles. So what that means when when the producer price index, that means the producer price index usually goes up during troughs, recoveries, and expansions. So that means there's more creation of products and more capital investment for future revenue during troughs, recoveries, and expansions. And the CPI, which is the consumption of goods and services from businesses, government, and consumers, usually increases during recoveries, troughs, and expansions. So cyclical is non-cyclical would be that it's a stable business in any business cycle when it comes to their financials. Right. Also, this is my stock picks: QQQ, Tesla, Amazon. I just want to reiterate why I chose QQQ because there's the there was actually the consumer price index yesterday. So the CPI has to do with goods and services being purchased from businesses, consumers, and government, right? So the QQQ has 100 different stocks, different businesses that have revenue from consumers, businesses, and government. And then Tesla, because of their CPI, right, this consumer price index, people purchase cars, which is a part of the consumer price index and is a part of the expansionary economics. So at the Amazon, their their products are also part of consumer price index, which is the consumption of goods and services. And we can just this is simplified macroeconomics. This is simplified macroeconomics. So this right here is how you understand this is how you understand the framework part. So all my strategies have a framework. There's a framework. So this is the framework, right? This is what you look at for every investment. And then this is explaining the aspects of the framework, of the parts of the framework. So the CPI right here shows so CPI right here shows measures average price of goods and services bought by consumers. But goods and services are also purchased by businesses and government. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. These are my stock choices for tomorrow. Um, I think hopefully we have no software glitch tomorrow. So QQQ, Tesla, Amazon. All right, y'all. Hopefully there's no software glitch tomorrow and we have a good trade. And I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. Take care.